Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to programming with JavaScript. So in today's class we are going to talk about various manipulations that you guys can perform with some of your data types. So in this class we're going to talk about text data types, or in other words strings, and the next class we're going to talk about various mathematical operations that you guys can perform with the use of JavaScript. So we're going to use variables in order to perform all those elements as well as data types. So let's start. All right, so until now what we have saw is actually pretty simple. We talked about various data types and variables. So what exactly I want to do right now is actually talking about the various manipulations that we can do with strings. So one very simple manipulation that we can do is actually knowing how big a string is. So let's create a variable that will store a string. So let's call it variable car color. So pretty much the same thing that we had in our past class. And here, let's give a certain value to it. So let's say blue. So here, as you can see, we have 4 values. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So right now it's pretty simple to know that the length of this string is actually 4. But let's say we have more than 4 values. In that case, we would it's gonna be pretty important to use certain, they're called methods. So certain methods, string methods, in order to basically be able to manipulate our strings how we want. So right now what exactly we're going to do, we're going to create another variable, and we're going to store inside of it the manipulation that we are going to perform. So in this case, the variable will be called try1. So each time that we are going to try something new, we're going to write down try1, try2, etc. So this variable will be called try1. And what exactly we want to do here, we simply want to know the length of the variable car color. So we're going to write down car color 1. And what exactly we want to know? We want to know the length of it. So basically what exactly we did right now, we have created a variable right here that is called the car color, and the value inside of it is blue. And inside of our variable try1, we have calculated the length of this variable. So right now, let's say we want to know the length of the variable car color. We can simply write down console.log. And here write down try1, since try1 stores the length of our variable car color. And now we can run everything. As you can see here, the length of our car color is actually 4 because we have 4 elements inside of it. So right now let's add some other elements. So let's add blue, red, yellow, green, and let's rerun it again. So what's gonna happen right now? As you can see, it went from 4 to 18, which makes a lot of sense. All right, this is for the first string manipulation that we can perform with JavaScript. Now another manipulation that we can perform is actually trying to find what is the index of a certain element. So in this case, what exactly we're going to do is pretty simple. So we're going to write down another variable. So let's call it, I don't know, let's call it str number 2. So variable string 2, and in this case we're going to write down a simple sentence. So let's write down I don't know, I really love pizza, it's amazing. All right, great. So right now we have our sentence. Okay, it's amazing. So yes, there is a spelling mistake, it's not a big deal. All right, so right now we have our sentence that is I really love pizza, it's amazing. Now let's say we want to know where exactly is pizza. So how can we do this? So we basically can do it manually by counting all the elements that are before pizza. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Or we can simply use a method called index of. So in this case, how exactly this works. So JavaScript will actually look for a certain value inside of our sentence. So in this case, we want to look for pizza. So we're going to write down, we're going to do pretty much the same thing. We're going to create a variable, and this variable will actually store this procedure. So here we have try number 2, which is our variable. And right now, what exactly we want to do? So first thing that we want to do, we want to work with the variable str2. And we want to use the method index of. Here we go. Now we want to know the index of the word pizza. So in this case, we want to know the index of pizza. Here we go. So let me just explain what we have just did. So here we have our variable try number 2. And as you can see here, we are referring to string number 2, str number 2, which is our variable right here. So inside of the variable str2, we want to know the index of pizza. So in this case, where exactly is pizza? So what exactly this line of code will do? This line of code will look for pizza inside of the sentence and tell us the index of the word pizza. So actually where it starts. So let's do it to see if it works. So we're just going to delete this line of code. So this way we're going to have it at the end right there. So console.log. And right now what exactly we want to run? In this case, we want to run try number 2. Alright, so let's run everything. And as you can see, pizza is at number 14. So if we calculate it, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And P is at 14.